Genuine according to CD, that is Government of National Unity. So let's go to Mexico City, Mexico, where coronation night happened and the universe has a new queen. But before we get there, let's start with how everything transpired. But before we even get to how things got transpired in Mexico City, let's talk about the difficulty as a YouTuber to connect to a live stream. Basically, I was just looking at every YouTube channel that was live, watching the show, and watching those YouTube channels get struck by a copyright strike by YouTube because Miss Universe organization decided to do a takedown on those particular channels. My channel is also a victim of the very same punishment since the preliminaries. So it was just a matter of where do I find myself so that I'm able to follow Miss Universe 2024. I think Miss Universe organization need to reconsider this because it is uncalled for, considering that Miss Universe continues to be a popular event due to the fans. The least that they can do for us is to allow us to broadcast the event live without any takedown policy from YouTube. Because once YouTube has to take down a video, they hit us with a copyright which lasts for a good 90 days before it disappears. It's something that no YouTuber wants to experience. And that, guys, let's go to the competition itself. 126 girls were running for the crown of Miss Universe 2024. Well, the reason why they're 126 is because Miss South Africa pulled out at the last minute due to health concerns, and definitely we support that, and we also want to see our Miss South Africa healthy rather than her falling on the stage and then it becomes a whole hullabaloo about it. So Mia LaRue, we hope that you are recovering and gaining your strength. Come back home and continue with your work as Miss South Africa. We still love you. We still support you. You're our girl. That's all that I can say. Now, so when the competition started, it started with 126 girls and they became 30 because they had to do a cut. And the first cut, obviously, it's going to be the host country, Mexico. Now, who were these girls that made it to the top 30? And I have them right here. The first one that was called was France, followed by India, followed by Serbia, followed by Vietnam, followed by Puerto Rico, followed by Nigeria, followed by Canada, followed by Cuba, followed by China, followed by Japan, followed by Egypt, followed by Mexico, followed by Argentina, followed by Chile, followed by Peru, followed by Macau, followed by Philippines, followed by Ecuador, followed by Bolivia, followed by Malaysia, followed by Russia, followed by Aruba, followed by Finland, followed by Dominican Republic, followed by Cambodia, followed by Nicaragua, followed by Denmark, followed by Venezuela, followed by Zimbabwe, and followed by Thailand, making them the 30 that made it to the semi-finals. And of course, I was like, wait a minute, where's USA? Wait, what happened to Miss USA? I believe was the strongest contender. And that's when I started asking myself a question like, hang on a minute. Miss USA scored the highest score as, in the closed door interview. And that should have placed her in the top 30. Forget about the votes, because I know that the votes play a role as well to get you in the top 30. But what about the interviews? The interviews should have compensated for lack of votes. But she did not make the cut, guys. My winner did not make the cut. However, if you look at my list, the people or the girls that I had in my list, it is let's see who I have. I have Ecuador. I have Finland. I have Dominican Republic. I have Denmark. I have Venezuela. I have Zimbabwe. All right. And then alternatively, if the other girls did not make it, I do have Thailand. And I think just Thailand. I didn't have Philippines because I didn't see the Philippines making it any further than what they've done in the top 30. I also had India. I had, let's see, Mexico I did have, but very vaguely I had Mexico. So yeah, only 3 girls of mine, they made it to the list in the top 30. Then, of course, there was going to be the top 12. But this is going to be in a different video because I want to make some commentary regarding this top 30. I'm not happy, guys. I'm not happy with the judgment or the judges. The judges seem to have a totally different idea altogether as to who the top 30 are. Now, for me, I don't understand how Miss France made it. I don't understand how Miss Serbia made it. Vietnam made it. I also don't understand how China and Japan, because both of them, they were a little bit clumsy. I see Egypt, it's just that I did not mention her in the top 30 because I did not do the top. Did I do the top 30? I didn't do the top 30 because I felt that it's going to be too much of a mess to choose my top 30. So I decided to choose from the top 12, top 5, and the winners. And whatever happened to Miss Continental? Remember, they're supposed to be the top 30, and then do we have the Continental, the Continental Queens also announced? What happened to that? Did I miss it while I was busy looking for YouTube channels that were broadcasting live before they were hit with a copyright strike? I didn't understand that. Somebody please help me out with this one because it's quite important in understanding what Miss Universe exactly was all about. Because we did see some few discrepancies, by the way, in the build-up to Miss Universe 2024. Remember the evening gown? They said, oh no, we're not going to have the evening gown competition anymore. Jiggy jiggy. Now we have the evening gown competition and everybody's tripping over. All the girls are tripping over, now having to dress up into the evening gowns. And then when you look at the evening gown competition, those girls, they didn't even move. All they did was to shake their waists, and that was it. They did not, we could not judge them according to how the dress allowed them to walk across the stage as the queens that they are. Something was not right with this Miss Universe 2024. It's different. It's not the same like all the other ones that we have witnessed before. I still think maybe it's because of teething, problems that they were having because of new management of the pageant. I do not know. But haven't they been watching Miss Universe all these years for them to be making all these mistakes? Or maybe them themselves that they are trying to get used to the new rules that they've put in place? I still say let's go back to the old rules, guys. Let's go back to the old rules because things are just not happening the way they're supposed to. And let's go back to the closed door interviews. The closed door interviews, when a girl scores less than 9.5, you are not going to place. 9.2, you're not going to place. But guess what? There are girls here who scored less than 9.5 and they are in the top 30. And some of them are even in the top 12, top 5 even. And then you have to ask yourself, then why did we have the scores this year. We shouldn't have just had the scores. All that we had to do was just look at the girl and say, okay, you are going to be in the top 30. And then from there, we look again, we're like, okay, you are going to be in the top 12. And then we look again and say, yeah, you are going to be the winner type of situation. Now, I want to say that I'm not happy. I am not happy at all because I feel like Wool was just pulled over our faces, and we are all dumbfounded. I'm sure I'm not the only one who's commenting about this. I'm sure many commentators on YouTube, probably we're all going to be singing the same song. I haven't heard any of them yet, but from my own observation, I get Miss Universe Isafani. I said this in my videos yesterday, and it looks like I am vindicated from what I see. Anyways, guys, let's get to the top 12 in my next video. There are also big surprises there too. And I'm like, oh, Kanti, what's going on with Miss Universe? I will see you later. But before you leave, please like this video and also share the video and click the bell notification if you like this family, and so that you get notified every time I upload a new video, because I'm uploading another one on the top 12 before we get to the new queen the universe just gotten itself. See you later.